press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome to the part 7 of the chapter relations and functions. Okay, in the last session we were talking about the types of functions, right? We have discussed all types of functions and their domain, range and corresponding graphs. Okay, today I am going to discuss another important function and last exercise of this chapter, that is exercise 2.3. So one more type of function is an important for examination, linear function. So what is linear function? Hope you are all familiar in linear equation, right? So a function f defined by f of x or y is equal to ax plus b, where x is a real number and a and b are constants. A and b are constants, is called a linear function. A function of this type, f of x is equal to ax plus b, or y is equal to x plus. For example, y is equal to 2x plus 1. Okay, y is equal to x plus 1, or y is equal to x minus 1, or y is equal to 3x. So these are all examples for linear functions. See here, a is 2, b is 1, a is 1, b is minus 1, a is 3, b is 0. Okay, so this type of functions we call as a linear function. So definition is a function of the type f of x is equal to or y is equal to x plus b, or sometimes we take y is equal to mx plus c, where m and c are constants. Y is equal to mx plus c or ax plus b, y is equal to x plus b for all x belongs to for all real numbers x, and a b are constant. So this type of function we call as a linear function. Okay, and there will be a question related to this, I mean important for examination. Let me discuss that. Okay, question is like this: let f equal to, I mean a function f equal to 1 comma 1, 2 comma 3, 0 comma minus 1, minus 1 comma minus 3 be a linear function, from z to z, from z into z. Find a function f of x. You mean a function f is given by this. I mean here the function is not given of the form y is equal to f of x, y is equal to f of x, but the function is given in terms of relation. I mean in terms of ordered pairs, right? I mean 1 has the image 1, 2 has the image 3, 0 has the image minus 1, and minus 1 has the image minus 3. I mean I can write as, no need to write this in exam, f of 1 is 1, f of 2 is 3, f of 0 is minus 1, and f of minus 1 is minus 3. This is what the given function. But this is what a function given in terms of ordered pairs, but we have to write the given function in terms of y is equal to f of x, in the sense y is equal to ax plus b. Here this is a linear function given. We know that we just discussed a linear function, a function of the type y is equal to x plus b is a linear function. So you have to convert this function into y is equal to x plus b form, that's it. For that y is equal to x plus b, for that you have to find a and b values, that's it. After finding a and b, just substitute here, that will be the required answer. For that, let us use these domain and range values, that's it. So whenever, see, to find A and B, first you choose an ordered pair which contains 0 as the domain value. Better you choose, you can take any of the ordered pair, but better you choose 0, I mean an ordered pair which contains first element as 0 or second element as 0. Okay, now when domain is 0, range is -1, okay. You mean when x is 0, y is -1. The meaning of this is when domain value x value is 0, y becomes -1. So that as we have 0 comma -1 belongs to the function, right? Okay, this implies f of x is equal to ax plus b or y is equal to x plus b. This gives f of when x is 0, so this gives y value, right? Hope you got, students. This is value of y. Whatever you get right side of this f of x, that is the value of range, you mean y value. So ax plus b, a into what is x we have? X is 0. So in place of x 0 plus b, this is given when x is 0, y is -1. This is equal to -1. Hope you got it, students. When x is 0, this is -1. So this becomes -1. In place of x, I have taken 0. That's it. Okay. So this gives what? A into 0 is 0. 0 plus b is b. So b gives -1. So that's what. That's why I said to choose an ordered pair which contains 0. Now you take any of the ordered pair. Better you take 1, 1. I mean when x is 1, y is 1. When domain is 1, y is 1. So so we have f of 1 is equal to ax plus b, a into 1 in place of x 1 plus b, that is all equal to 1. You mean when x is 1, y is also 1. When x is 1, the value of this becomes 1. So you get a plus b equal to 1. So when we have the value of b, so a equal to 1 minus b, that is equal to 1 minus b is -1. So -1, you get a is 2. So a required function is, therefore required f of x is or y is equal to a. In place of a we have 2, so 2x, b is -1, so 2x -1. This is your required answer, 2x -1. F of x is equal to 2x -1 or y is equal to x -1 is a required answer. Now you can check when x is 1, you get y is 1. Substitute here, in place of x you get x is 1, you get 2 into 1 minus 1, y, you get y1. When x is 2, 2 to the 4 minus 1, you get 3. When x is 0, so -1. When x is -1, -2, -1, -3, and so on. Okay, this is what about a linear function. Students, one more example we have in miscellaneous of the same type. Please refer that. This is about a linear function. Okay, now let us move on to the last exercise of this chapter, exercise 2.3. Okay, in this exercise we have discussed the first question while discussing the definition of a function. So let me move to second question. So exercise 2.3. Second question is like this. Find the domain and range. Find the domain range of the following real functions. Following real functions. Here we have real functions. What do you mean by real functions? Yes, real functions are the functions whose domain is either set of all real numbers or any of its subsets as its domain. Yes, here we have function f of x is equal to minus of modulus of x. Students, in the last session we were discussing about the modulus function. See, whenever we have a symbol modulus, the resulting thing here we get what? I mean, modulus of any number gives the absolute value, I mean, irrespective of the sign. I mean, in other words, I can say the positive value. So, whatever x, it may be negative, positive or 0, you get here. When x is 0, you get 0. So, when x is positive, you get positive thing. When x is negative, then also you get positive thing. I mean, modulus of that thing will be the positive thing. Okay, that's what we have discussed before. Here, we have minus sign outside the bracket, I mean outside the symbol. So, whatever x, this gives the positive thing, right? This gives the positive value. So, positive into negative. Anyway, this thing is positive. Positive into negative, again it becomes the negative thing. So, range becomes whatever the value of x, I mean whatever the domain value in place of x, whatever the value you take, the whole thing becomes multiplied with, the whole thing gets multiplied with minus 1 or negative sign. So, the whole answer will become negative. So, range becomes negative. You do not get the value positive, I mean you do not get the positive value, either you get 0 or the negative thing. When x is 0, you get minus of 0, so you get 0. Okay. And for all other values, when x is negative or positive, so you get here the positive thing. So this will get, this gets multiplied with negative sign, so the whole thing becomes negative. You mean range values are negative, that's it. Whatever the x values, range is negative. So domain becomes, here domain is what, I mean x in place of x, whatever, I mean you can take x value, any value from the set of all real numbers. So they only said it is a real function, no? Real function in the sense domain is set of all real numbers. Okay, I mean x can be replaced by any of the real number. Okay, so you can directly write domain of the function is set of all real numbers, or because x can be replaced by, you can take any value in place of x from the set of all real numbers. So domain becomes set of all real numbers. I mean input, output, even range. Yes, you can see here range is all negative numbers including 0. So that I can say negative real numbers, set of all negative real numbers, set of all non-positive real numbers, set of all non-positive, or you can write minus infinity to 0 including 0. Hope you got it, students. Hope you got it. Set of all non-positive, I mean minus infinity to 0. Okay, this will be the range. Hope you got it, students. Because range is always negative value. I mean range is whatever x value, ನಿಮಗೆ x ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ತೆಗಿತಾ ಹೋಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಎಂತ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ y ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ನೋ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇದು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ಈ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಬರೋ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ 0. ವೆನ್ x 0 ಯು ಗೆಟ್ 0. ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. For all real values corresponding y value will be negative except 0. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾನ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ಸೊ minus infinity to 0 range. 2 mark question. So domain ಗೆ 1 mark, range ಗೆ 2 mark. Second question, f of x is equal to root of 9 minus x square. So important question and appeared many times in the examination. Root of 9 minus x square. X, of course, here domain is either set of all real numbers or one of its subsets. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೋಬೋದು, ಇದು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎನಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, but here let me find the domain values and range values. I mean for what x values it is defined and what corresponding y values you will get. That's what the domain and the range. ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ನಾವು ನೆನ್ನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ನಾವು ರಿಯಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ನಾವು ಪಿ ಯು ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಂತ, ವೆನೆವರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರೂಟ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್, ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್. ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದದೇನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ದಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ another system, that is what ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ರೂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ ವಿತಿನ್ ದ ರೂಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ನಾನ್ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್, ಐದರ್ 0 ಆರ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್, ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, ರಿಯಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್, 9 ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ನಾವೇನು ರೂಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಈ ರೂಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋದು ಯಾವುದು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ಅದು. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಆರ್ 0, ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 0 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೇವೆ. 9 minus x square is always positive or 0, either 0 or positive. Let me solve this by using the concept of inequality. Let me add minus 9 on both sides. What happens? Minus 9 plus 9 get cancelled. You get minus x square is greater than or equal to minus 9. 0 minus 9 is minus 9. Let me multiply minus 1 on both sides. You get x square less than or equal to plus 9, because for a given inequality, when you multiply with when you multiply with a negative thing, so inequality reverse. So x square less than 9, or I can write x square less than 3 square. Students, you remember less than or equal to. Remember a property we have, when x square less than a square. This is true only when andre ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಎ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಎ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಟು ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಎ ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎ. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದೀಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದೀಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಇದು ಎ ಅನ್ನೋದು 3, ಐ ಮೀನ್ 3 ಈಸ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎ. ಸೊ this is true only when x is from minus 3 to plus 3. ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಲೆಸ್ ದೆನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 9 ಆಗಿರಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3. ನೋಡಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 ಅಂದರೆ ಎಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ಮೈನಸ್ 1 0 1 2 3. ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ನೀವು ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟ್ಲಿ ಮೆನಿ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. ನಾನು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತದೆ. ನೋಡಿ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ಗೆ, ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ 9, ಸೊ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 9. ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಈಸ್ 4 ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ 9. ಮೈನಸ್ 1 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ 1 ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ 9, 0 ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ 9. ಹಾಗೆ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸೊ 3 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ 9 ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 9. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೆಸ್ ದನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 3 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಲೈಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಲೈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಡೊಮೈನ್. ಅದೇ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3. ಸೊ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ minus 3 to plus 3. In between minus 3 to plus 3, whatever you take, this is defined. ಅದೇ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದೀಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಚೆಕ್. ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ತೆಗಿತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಐದರ್ 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಆರ್ ಮೋರ್ ದನ್ 0 ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಲೀನಿಯರ್ ಇನ್ಇಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ. ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಗಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ 0 ಆರ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಎಂತ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್? ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳುವಾಗ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, 2 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ದ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ನೋ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಬೆಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್. ಡೊಮೈನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಬರೆಯೋದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಡೊಮೈನ್, ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಟು ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3, ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫೈನ್ಡ್. ಈಗ ರೇಂಜ್ ಬೇಕು. ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಕರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ವೈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಗ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಏನಾಯಿತು? 9 ಮೈನಸ್, ನೋಡಿ 9 ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಐದರ್ ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3. ಮೈನಸ್ 3 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ 9 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 3 ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ 9, ಸೊ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ 9. 9 ಮೈನಸ್ 9 0 ಆಯಿತು. ಓಕೆ, ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಮೈನಸ್ 2 ಆರ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 2 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯು ಗೆಟ್ 9 ಮೈನಸ್ 4 ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಯು ಗೆಟ್ 5. ಮೈನಸ್ 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ 1 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, 9 ಮೈನಸ್ 1 ಯು ಗೆಟ್ 8. 0 ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, 9 ಮೈನಸ್ 0 9. ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ 9 ಈಸ್ 3, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 0 to 3. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಿಮಗೆ ರೇಂಜ್ ಏಮಂತೇಳಿ ಈ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ 3 ಮತ್ತು +3 ಆರ್ -3 ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ 9 - 9 ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ 0. ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 0. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೇಂಜ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 0. ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಅದರ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯು ಗೆಟ್ ರೂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ -2 +2 ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಾಗ 9 - 4 ರೂಟ್ 5 ಯು ಗೆಟ್ 2 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ +1 - 1 you mean 9 - 1 8 root of 2 point around 2 point nearly equal to 3. So okay, not less than 3. Okay, so when x is 0 you get root 9. Root 9 is exactly 3. That is our last value. That is what the last value. You mean range values are from 0 to 3. Hope you got it, students. ನೀವು in between -3 to +3 ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಂಡು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. Whatever you get the value ranges between 0 to 3. 0 to 3. It will never exceed 3 or 0. Hope you got it. You can check because ನಮಗೆ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತುಂಟು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೊಮೈನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅವನ್ನೇ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ತೆಗೀರಿ, take some values from this interval, substitute in place of x. Whatever you get here, y value, this is always 0 or more than 0, 0 or more than 0, 3 or less than 3. You don't get, you don't get the value more than 3, you don't get the value less than 0. Less than 0 is not possible, no? 0 to 3, that's what the range. Hope you got it. Okay, this is about second main. Okay, question number 3. A function f defined by a function f defined by f of x is equal to 2x minus 5. You mean a linear function. Write down the values of f of 0. I'm going to write first 0, f of 0. Write down the values of f of 0. You mean when x is 0, what will be the range value? That's a question. When domain is 0, what is y? So let's substitute here. So 2 into 0 minus 5, you get minus 5 is the range value. Means 0 has image minus 5. Second one, f of 7. Find the value of f of 7. F of 7 is 2 into 7 minus 5. So you get 14 minus 5, 9. So third one, f of minus 3. So 2 into minus 3 minus 5. You get minus 6 minus 5. You get minus 11. So when x is 0, when domain 0 has image minus 5, 7 has image 9, minus 3 has image minus 11. This is a question number 3. Next question, fourth one. The function t, or f which maps temperature in degrees, temperature in degree Celsius into temperature in Fahrenheit, degree Fahrenheit, is defined by T of C is equal to 9c by 5 plus 32. Find first one t of 0. I mean to say your function, this is a function defined. See, domain gives the value, I mean domain is what C here, I mean temperature in degree centigrade. Domain, I mean x value, I mean C value gives the temperature in degree centigrade. Whatever value you get y here, that gives the temperature in degree Fahrenheit, that's it. F of x is equal to x or y is equal to f of, I mean when x C is domain, this gives the range value, y value. This is the degree Fahrenheit for corresponding degree centigrade. You mean 0 centigrade, T of 0, in place of C we have, what is the value of temperature in degree centigrade when, when temperature in degree centigrade is 0. You have to find the value of the temperature in degree Fahrenheit. Whatever you get here, that is what degree Fahrenheit. So when C is 0 degree centigrade, substitute here 9 into C, 9 into 0 degree centigrade by 5 plus 32. So gives 32 degree Fahrenheit. 0 by 5 0 plus 32 degree Fahrenheit, that's it. I mean 0 degree centigrade is same as 32 degree Fahrenheit. That's what the beauty of function, right? Okay. Next to T28. I mean 28 degree centigrade is equal to what in degree Fahrenheit? Just substitute in place of C 9 into 28 degree centigrade by 5 plus 32. How do you get? So I think you may get 0, 6 plus 5, 11, 410 by 5, right? So 410 by 5 degree Fahrenheit, that's it. Or you can write in textbook you have 410 by 10, I think. No need to simplify that. Yes, in your textbook they have mentioned the answer just to 412 by 5, I think 412. 412. 412 by 5 or 410. So, yes. 252 plus 160. This is 2. Nothing. So 412, I think. So 412 by 5 degree Fahrenheit. That's it. You mean when 28 degrees centigrade is same as 412 by 5 degree Fahrenheit. You can simplify that. If okay, third one, that is T of minus 10. I mean minus 10 degree centigrade is equal to what in degree Fahrenheit. So 9 into minus 10 by 5 plus 32. 1 za 2 za. So you get plus 32. I think 14 degree Fahrenheit. 14 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. I mean minus 10 degree centigrade is same as 14 degree Fahrenheit. Next, fourth question is the fourth question is find the value of C when T of C is 212. You mean here range is given, image value is given, but we don't know the domain. For what domain range is 212? That's a question. For what domain value? For what temperature in degree centigrade? Answer is 212 degree Fahrenheit. Yes, T of C is equal to 9C by 5, right, plus 32. This is given 212. How the 9C by 5? Okay. Let me simplify this. So 9C by 5 is equal to 212 minus 32. I taken minus 32 to the right side. So 212 minus 32 ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತದೆ 0, so 180 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So this is 180, right? So 9C, 9 ones are 9 20s are. C by 5 is equal to 20. C is equal to 100. 20 into 5, 100 degree centigrade. So 100 degree centigrade is equal to 212 degree Fahrenheit. That's it. Okay, now let us move on to the question number 5, last main of this chapter. Find the range of each of the following functions. Find the range of following functions. First one, f of x equal to 2 minus 3x, a linear function for all x belongs to real number. You mean domain is greater than 0. Yes, domain is greater than 0. You mean they only mention x is greater than 0 means domain is set of all positive real numbers. Set of all positive real numbers, but we have to find range function, range value. You mean this is what y value, right? That's what we have to find, y value. Y value ranges from what? When x greater than or equal to 0. You are finding the values of y. In case of y is equal to f of x, you are finding the values of y. This is y. You mean we have y is equal to 2 minus 3x. So we have to find what is the range of y when x is greater than 0. Okay, what are the values of y when x domain is set of all positive real numbers? Okay, given, what is given? X is greater than 0, domain is set of all positive real numbers. So I am going to multiply 3 on both sides using inequality concept. 3 on both sides. I am going to multiply minus 1 on both sides, minus 3x less than 0, because negative thing, I am multiplying by negative thing. Added 2 on both sides, I am going to add 2 on both sides. 2 minus 3x, 0 plus 2. This is what we have y. Okay, so y is less than 2, that's it. That's what your range will. You mean range is y less than 2, or range of the function is minus infinity to 2, less than 2. Okay, that's what the range of the function, minus infinity to 2. Hope you got it. Simple. Second one. second one is f of x is equal to x square plus 2. X is a real number. You mean it is domain of this function is set of all real numbers, because this function is defined for all real numbers. Whatever x, substitute in place of x, you get, I mean it is defined for any value of x. Then what is the range? You mean x square plus 2 range between what? I mean the values of x square plus 2 lies from what? That's it. Value of y. So we have y is equal to x square plus 2, right? You have to find the values of y now, range values. See, for any real number, we know that for any real number, square is always greater than or equal to 0, right? For all x real number, x square is always greater than or equal to 0. When x is 0, it is equal to 0. For any other values of x, square value is always positive, right? So that I have written for any real number, x square is greater than or equal to 0. I am adding 2 on both sides. You get x square plus 2 is greater than or equal to 2. You mean x square plus 2 is what? Y is greater than or equal to 2. You mean range is plus 2 to infinity. That's it. Plus 2 to infinity. Hope you got it, students. Okay, for any real values, x square is positive or is 0, I mean greater than or equal to 0. So that x square plus 2 is always greater than or equal to 2. To infinity. Last one, third question is f of x is equal to x. X is a real number. Of course, student, this is nothing but a constant function discussed discussed in the last session about constant function, right? Sorry. Identity function. F of x is equal to x or y is equal to x. Nothing but an identity function. Yes, what is the domain? Domain is set of all real numbers. What is range? Range also set of all real numbers discussed in the last session. Okay. This is about exercise 2.3. Now let us look at some miscellaneous. I have solved some miscellaneous questions in the last session and also in this session. I mean, I think I have solved some same type of questions, I think. Okay. Okay, about linear functions we have discussed, about rational function we have discussed, and let me move on to some miscellaneous. In that I am going to discuss only some important questions. Find the domain and range of the real function. Find the domain and range of the real function f of x is equal to root of x minus 1. Simple, students, just we have discussed this, I mean this type of question. Root of this, whenever we have root, this thing, you mean x minus 1 should be greater than or equal to 0, either positive or 0. This gives, I mean adding plus 1 on both sides, you get 0. You mean domain values are more than or equal to 1 means 1 to plus infinity. So 1 to plus infinity. Or x values are, or you can write this domain is greater than or equal to 1, that's it. X means domain value. Then what about range value? See, this is value of y, no? See, domain value starts from 1 to infinity, no? So the first domain value is what? 1. When you substitute here in place of x1, you get 1 minus 1, you get 0. You mean range value starts from 0, that's it. 0 to plus infinity. Hope you got it, students. The first domain value is 1. So when x is 1, Substitute in place of x, 1 minus 1 you get 0, so root of 0 is 0, so 0 to plus infinity. So range is, hope you got it student, this 1, 2, I mean let us take integral values 1, 2, 3, when you take those values you get positive values, you don't get negative, okay, so you get either 0 or positive values. 0 when x is 1, when x is 1, 1 minus 1 you get 0, so root of 0 is 0. For the other remaining values of x you get positive real numbers. So domain is 1 to infinity, range is 0 to infinity. One more function. Find the domain and range of the function. Find domain and range of the function. Range of the function f of x is equal to mod of x minus 1. Students, mod symbol we have. ನೋಡಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ mod symbol ಇದ್ದರೆ whatever the value of x, this function gives the positive value or 0. I mean irrespective of the sign. Modulus in the sense absolute value you get. You don't get the negative value. So whatever x, in place of x place ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಏನಾರು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಏನಾರು ಬರಲಿ, ಅಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ we get the positive thing. So next ಬರೋದೇ positive. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ so you get minimum 0 value, I mean minimum value you get 0 when x is 1. Hope you got it. Minimum value ನಿಮಗೆ ರೇಂಜ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 0. For any other values you get the values more than 0. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ರೇಂಜ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನಿಮಗೆ, range value I can write 0 to plus infinity. What is domain? As I said before, x can be replaced by any value ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. x place ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದು ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಎನಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ domain ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಮಾಡ್ಯುಲಸ್ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಅ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಸೊ 0 to infinity. Right? So this is about the next question. Okay. Okay students, this is about the relations and functions. Students, it's a very simple chapter. You will feel difficulty in case of functions, okay, in types of functions, but don't feel that. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಓಕೆ, ಚಂದ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ನೀಟಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Okay, so this completes your chapter relations and functions. Okay, thank you.